Welcome everyone. In this video we are going to walk through the process of installing Ubuntu from a USB flash drive. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we need to do is download the utility that we'll be using to set up the USB flash drive. So let's go ahead and go to our browser. The utility is called Balena Etcher. So go ahead and Google that or go ahead and Google that, or this is the URL up here. So we'll go ahead and begin the download, and we'll use the Windows installer. And we are downloading now. Almost done. And done. So let's go ahead and click on this and begin the installation. Select I agree. Let's minimize this. And it's installed. Alright, our next step will be to download Ubuntu, the ISO that we're going to use for the installation. So we'll go to Ubuntu's download page, and we'll be downloading. We have downloaded Ubuntu desktop. I pre-downloaded it so it wouldn't take forever to wait for it to finish, but this is where you would get the download that we'll be using for this setup. All right, so let's minimize this, and our next step will be to insert our USB flash drive into the system that we're going to flash it from or install the ISO on. I have a 32 gig USB flash drive. I believe the minimum is 12 gig from the documentation. I recall 12 gig is the minimum size. I don't think there's a 12 gig USB flash drive, so 16 would be the next one up. But anyway, I have a 32 gig flash drive here. I'm going to plug it into the system that we're going to be imaging or installing the setup on. And we'll first select the file that we're going to use. So this will be Ubuntu desktop. 22.04.3 appears to be the latest version. So we'll select that and hit open. Our next step will be to select the target, which will be our USB SanDisk 3.2 Gen 1 USB device, 30.8 gigs. So select that and hit select and click flash. Select yes. And flashing is beginning, so we will pause here while that finishes, and I'll see you soon. And we are finished. So we have a USB flash drive that's bootable and contains the installation or the installer for Ubuntu. All right, so our next step is to take that flash drive and plug it into the system that we are going to be installing Ubuntu on. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so this is the display for the system we're going to do the installation on. So our first step will be to plug the flash drive into the USB port on the system, and then power up. You need to go into the BIOS.
into our boot sequence. Make sure the USB storage device is the first boot device in the list. Hit exit. It will be different for other BIOSes. BIOSes, I guess that's how you say it. But it's essentially the same concept, just a different look. All right. Now we're rebooting and we're at the menu, the main installation menu. So we'll select the first option, try or install Ubuntu. And this may take a minute to load. The next screen we'll see is will give us an option to either try Ubuntu or install. We'll select the install option. Anytime now. And here we are. So we'll select the install option, English up here, and install. So we'll click that. We'll select English as our language, our keyboard layout. Continue. Normal installation. Continue. And we'll select erase up here. And we'll do an install now. And this is just a warning saying that everything on the drive is going to be, on the hard drive is going to be erased. So we're good with that. Hit continue. And our time zone will be Eastern. And we'll name this we'll say Ubuntu USB as our host name. We'll make up a username demo. And we'll have a simple password. And make sure require my password to log in is marked. And hit continue. Now it's copying the installation files over to the system. This will take a minute. While we're waiting, if you like my videos, please select the like button. I would appreciate it, and I would also appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel. All right, so looks like this is moving pretty quickly. Okay, once we're finished copying the files, then the installation will begin. Once we see activity on the progress bar during the installation, then we'll end the video, because it's an automated process after that. And it looks like it's finished copying, and here we go with the installation. It's installing system. So once the system's installed, installation is complete, it will prompt to reboot. So you'll click that button, and then it'll prompt you to remove the USB drive, or the USB flash drive from the USB port. And then the system will reboot, and it will come up to the initial login screen, and you'll be good to go from there. So we have activity, so we're going to end here. I hope this is helpful, and thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.